Hi guys, E3 2018 has finally kicked off with a very boring and sleep-inducing press conference from EA. The press conference was about an hour 20 minutes long. I'm going to take you through it in less than 10 minutes so that you don't have to. First up, we had EA showing off Battlefield 5. A conference like this is expected to begin with a bang, and Battlefield 5 is a perfect game for that. All it takes is a nice, exciting slice of multiplayer gameplay. That's it. But no, all they showed off was this trailer that you're seeing right now. That's it. They did, however, confirm three things. Firstly, and most importantly, there is no premium pass and there are no loot boxes. Secondly, you can customize your character by purchasing all sorts of cosmetic items such as biker jackets, face paint, tank tops, and yes, prosthetic arms. A lot of gamers have raised concerns over the realism and the authenticity of the game based on these cosmetic elements. Now, this is EA. They gotta make money. They've gotten rid of the premium pass, they have gotten rid of loot boxes, so where are they gonna make the money from? The $60 up front isn't enough for them. To make up that money, EA is gonna sell you cosmetic items such as prosthetic arms, biker jackets, etc, etc. You don't have to buy these items. I know I'm not gonna buy these items. If having these cosmetic items means that the community stays together, there is no paid DLC, everybody has the same version of Battlefield, I am all for it. Thirdly, they announced Royale, which is Battlefield's version of Battle Royale. Some innovative nomenclature right there. I wonder who came up with that. I can only imagine. That guy must have said, "Guys, it sounds like there are too many battles in Battlefield Battle Royale, so let's remove a battle from Battle Royale and make it Battlefield Royale instead of Battlefield Battle Royale." Well, that sounds about right, I guess. It seems like it's the unwritten rule of 2018. If your game has guns, you gotta put Battle Royale. Every other game these days is being announced with a Battle Royale mode. At this rate, they're going to saturate the market with Battle Royale mode and people are going to get sick of it pretty quickly. That's a silver lining, I guess. Overall, the Battlefield 5 part of the presentation was disappointing because there was no gameplay showed at the event. I guess they're saving up the gameplay demo for the Xbox presentation or the PlayStation presentation. Next up, EA showed off FIFA 19. Nobody really looks forward to the reveal of an annualized sports franchise. We all know it's coming, and they will claim it's better than last year. This year, we have these two people standing next to the UEFA Champions League trophy. For the uninitiated, this is the biggest trophy in the world of club football or soccer depending on where you are in the world, and now EA has a license to use it. If you've ever played a FIFA game before, this trophy was always there. It was just called a different name because you couldn't use the name UEFA Champions League, so it was called a Continental Cup, European Cup, or whatever cup. But the format, the style, the teams, they're all there. It's just that now EA has a license to call it UEFA Champions League. That's it. There is no additional gameplay, nothing that has been included except for the name UEFA Champions League to a tournament they already had in the game. Tweeting out this information would have been fine, instead of having two people standing awkwardly next to the trophy for 10 minutes. After that awkwardness, Andrew Wilson, the CEO of EA, came to the stage and announced two things. Firstly, a prototype streaming service like PlayStation Now, which is not ready for market yet. And secondly, the Origin Access Premiere, which is a Netflix-like subscription service similar to the EA Access service that is available on the Xbox and Origin website. Now, the Origin Access Premiere will give you access to all the latest games of EA to be played on release. As long as you keep paying the subscription amount, you can keep playing it. The price for the subscription was not announced, and without knowing the price, it is very difficult to judge the value of such a service. After this, there was a quick interview of Vince Zampella, the creator of Titanfall and also the creator of Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Medal of Honor, so he's a great developer. Him and his team at Respawn are working on a new Star Wars game called Jedi Final Order. The game is apparently based on events after the Revenge of the Sith and before Star Wars A New Hope. And what gives me a lot of hope is the sheer pedigree of these developers. These guys usually make fun, kick-ass games. So I'm really looking forward to this Star Wars game. What I'm not looking forward to, however, are the expansions and improvements to Star Wars Battlefront 2, which was announced next. I'm sorry EA, you already screwed up Star Wars Battlefront 2. there isn't much you can do about it now. It's anyways too late. But that's not going to stop them from trying. So firstly, surprise, surprise, they acknowledged their mistakes and they kind of apologized and then made a few new announcements. So the game will now see a new squad system, an aerial dogfighting mode, a new planet, and some new heroes and the villains including General Grievous, Anakin Skywalker, Count Dooku, and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Also, they're gonna delve into the Clone Wars saga. Alright, up next was one of the best games from this conference, Unravel 2. The first Unravel is a delightfully charming and beautifully realized game that was appreciated by critics and fans alike. Now, based on the gameplay demo, Unravel 2 seems more of the same, and now includes co-op. What really surprised me is Unravel 2 has been released. It's out there. If you want to play it, go ahead. Next up, we had another indie game called Sea of Solitude. The theme of this game is loneliness, but if EA had their way, I'm sure they would manage to shoehorn multiplayer into a game about loneliness. But I doubt that'll happen. The game sounds promising, but the reveal was kind of awkward because this German lady came on stage and she kept talking for about 10 minutes against a blank background without showing any kind of gameplay footage or any trailer whatsoever. After that, they showed a quick trailer of NBA Live 19. Nothing to get excited about. A fan of basketball games would generally prefer NBA 2K12 anyways. Now, what I liked about this was the fact that this trailer was crisp, short, and the way it should be for an annualized sports franchise. Show it and move on. They're just ultimately going to update the roster and release the same game they released last year. There's no point in making a big ass presentation out of it, which is exactly what the next game did. Madden. So this kid, who's the world champion of Madden, comes out with Hulk Hogan's belt, dancing to Voodoo Child by Jimi Hendrix, and rips his shirt off. Well, none of that happened. I wish it did. It would have been more entertaining than what actually transpired. They spent some 10-15 minutes interviewing the kid and making some other announcements about Madden. The only thing of any value that came out of this announcement was the fact that Madden is going to be on PC after a 9-year gap. That's it. At this point in time, I was already bored. I was looking at my phone, I was feeling sleepy, and it just got worse. EA announced a mobile defense game. This game right here. Then it had 2 players play a match of this game while 2 announcers were announcing it and trying to make it as exciting as possible. This went on for what seemed to me like an hour, but actually it was 10 to 15 minutes and everybody seemed bored. I looked at Twitter, I was looking at the internet, everybody seemed irritated with this presentation and were waiting for it to end. It's a mobile game. People who watch E3 are mostly hardcore gamers. They don't care about such stuff. I don't care about such stuff until they announce the name of the game. Before that, I didn't care. I wanted it to end. But after they announced the name, I was furious. I was fuming. The name of the game, ladies and gentlemen, is Command & Conquer Rivals. Yes, the old strategy franchise, which I loved once upon a time, is now a mobile game. A bait for microtransactions. Every year, EA manages to piss off certain sections of fans. And this year, they have pissed me off with this. Last year, it was Star Wars Battlefront. This year, it's Command & Conquer Rivals, a mobile game. After that, we finally moved on to the main event, the reveal of Anthem. Now, here's a game I'm really excited about. I've been a huge BioWare fan right since Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate 1, 2, Neverwinter Nights, Knights of the Old Republic, Mass Effect, and the Dragon Age series. I have been a fan of all of these games. I even liked Mass Effect Andromeda. There, I said it. I liked Mass Effect Andromeda. So I was really excited to find out more about Anthem. Right off the bat, shots are fired at Destiny, of course. Casey Hudson, the general manager of BioWare, said that Anthem is not a multiplayer game with single-player content bolted on the side. The single-player elements and the story elements form a key component of this game. To me, it appears as if Destiny and Monster Hunter had a child who looked like Iron Man. Basically, there is a hub area where you have a lot of story content. Then there is a giant open world where you get to traverse like Iron Man, fly around in your iron armor, which are called javelins, by the way. There are 4 different types of javelins. The traversal is all Iron Man style and it looks damn cool. Then there is a co-op element to the game where you combine with your friends and hunt down monsters. You can also do this solo, but it's recommended that you do it with a bunch of friends. You can use any of the 4 javelins or power armors. Each of them has different powers and different abilities. You're not stuck to using any one of them for any period of time, and you can change them as and when you want. And you can, of course, customize them. I'm sure there would be an upgrade system, an XP system, which is not detailed currently. Overall, I'm really looking forward to this. This is one of the most promising games to be coming out in 2019, and this was the highlight of the event. And that was the end of the press conference, and this is the end of the review of the press conference. Overall, apart from a few moments, this press conference was boring and tepid. I hope EA does better next time. I hope you liked the video. Please do like, share, and subscribe. This is Soul Controller signing out.